Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make some chewy oat and date cookies. It's a very simple recipe and it doesn't take very long. We start off by preheating the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 180 Celsius with a fan, 390 Fahrenheit. And I've got a couple of baking trays which I've lined with silicone mats, but you can use parchment paper. And I will actually end up baking probably 2 trays and then another tray after that to make about 24 cookies. So I'll go on to the ingredients. And for this I have 250 grams, which is 3 cups of oats. And this is just the normal rolled oats that I use for my porridge. You can use any oats really. I have 66 grams, half a cup of dates which I've chopped into small pieces. I have 56 grams, a quarter of a cup of melted unsalted butter, 140 grams, 1 cup minus 1 tablespoon based on scooping packed flour into a 250 milliliter cup of plain flour, another 33 grams, a quarter of a cup of dates which I've chopped into small pieces, 14 grams, 2 teaspoons of black treacle, 3 grams, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 100 grams, half a cup of caster sugar, 150 grams, 3/4 of a cup of dark brown sugar, half a gram, a quarter of a teaspoon of allspice. That's optional. I'm just putting just that little bit of spice into mine, warming spice, not hot spice. Then I have 120 milliliters, half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 medium egg and 1 medium egg yolk. So that's 2 yolks and 1 white, and that would be large in the USA. And 6 grams, 1 teaspoon of salt. So that's all the ingredients, and the first thing I'm going to do is to grind down these oats until they're very fine, and I'm going to grind them with the 66 grams of dates. And I'm going to do it in my food processor, but I'm going to put the dates into the oats first, and I'm just going to give those a bit of a toss around. And the reason for that is to break them up because they're sticky and they stick together. And I want to get them separated a little bit before I start to process them. And then I'll put that into my processor bowl of my immersion blender. And I'm going to process that until it's quite fine. And that's quite fine, and the dates have almost disappeared. And if there's a few little pieces left, it doesn't matter because we're going to add more pieces of date in later on. So with that done, I'll set that to one side for a moment. I'm going to take a large bowl, and into that I'm going to put my flour, the baking soda, the allspice and the salt. I'm going to give those a mix around. And then I'm going to add into that my brown sugar and the caster sugar. Break that up. Brown sugar tends to clump together, but it will break up a little bit as we work with it. And then I'm going to add in the oil and the melted butter. And my black treacle. And I actually put just a little bit of oil in this dish to try to help the black treacle to come out. And that's good. So I'm going to whisk those together. And I should apologise if you can hear some noise. There's some scaffolding going on very close to me, and they've been making noise for days. And then I'm going to add in my egg and my egg yolk. And whisk that around. And then I'm going to sprinkle over my dates. And I'm going to add in my oat mixture. And I'm going to mix that together. I'll start with a spatula, but I'll end up using my hand because it will become a very stiff mixture. And with that almost fully combined, I'm going to use my hand just to work it. A little bit. And that's good enough. So then I'm going to divide that into 24 equal pieces. And I estimate that each piece should be about 40 grams, which is just under 1.5 ounces. So that amount there. I'm going to roll it, each piece, into a ball and put it onto a baking tray. So here I have 24 rolled out. I will do the other 8 later. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten them. Now you can do that with your hand, or you can do it with the base of a glass or something like that. And because they're quite oily, they should come off, the glass should come off reasonably well. So having flattened those, I'm going to put them into the oven, and I'm going to bake them for about 10 minutes, maybe 11 minutes, but for about 10 minutes until they have baked up nicely. They may begin to crack around the edges, something like that. And once they've baked for 10 to 11 minutes, I'll take them out of the oven and put them onto a wire rack. I'll bake the remainder and then I'll come back and show you what they look like. I baked the Chewy Oat and date cookies for 10 minutes. Then I took them out of the oven, left them on the trays for about 3 or 4 minutes, then transferred them to a wire rack. So I'll show you what they look like. And they've baked up quite nicely, and I've broken one in half because I've had a taste. So it's very, very nice texture from the look of it, and I've tasted it already, but I'll taste it again. That's very, very good. It's firm on the outside, but soft and chewy on the inside. And I think they'll actually get chewier by tomorrow. I still store them in an airtight container, but with things like dates and with the black treacle, that's going to make them slightly chewier and maybe a little bit sticky as time goes by. But not overly sweet, but they have a lovely taste from that molasses that you get in the dark brown sugar and in the black treacle, as well as that date flavour as well, and the earthiness of the oats. So that's going to be it for this recipe. It's very, very easy. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there'll be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well. And I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.